So here behind me, we have the 2021 Ford F-150 Super Snake. So this truck starts out as a 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat that retails for about $55,000. Basically a regular base F-150, and then you send it off to Shelby and you get this. You get a $120,000 truck that has insane amount of performance parts on there, and it's also pushing 755 horsepower. And in today's video, I'm gonna break down everything that Shelby did to this truck to make it worth over $120,000. So first thing you get is a completely new and adjustable suspension that lowers the truck to the ground. And as you can see, this is about as low as you can get without destroying your wheels in these Michigan potholes. And then under the hood, you have a 5.0 liter V8 with a 3.0 liter supercharger that's producing 775 horsepower. I know earlier in the video I messed up and said 755. It's actually 775, and it is powder coated blue. The whole thing is powder coated blue. And then you also have an oversized carbon fiber air intake tube. Look at this thing. And then you have a billet throttle body, you have high flow fuel injectors, you have a lot of power under the hood, and I do believe all of them come blue. I don't think you can choose a color. I don't know why they picked blue, but I guess that's the color they went with. And as far as the exhaust, you have a Borla Performance exhaust with polished SST dual tips. Look at that, they look really, really nice. You also have a Ride Tech suspension and a Fox adjustable coilover shocks. And then you have the rear traction bars and the rear sway bars. So like I said earlier in the video, they didn't just take a F-150 and throw a supercharger on it and say, here you go. They pretty much changed everything on this truck. You have a lot of supporting mods when it comes to the suspension, when it comes to the fueling. So they didn't cut any shortcuts with this truck. So before we go any further, let's hear this thing out. You guys ready for a couple of revs? So now let's talk about the front end, which is probably the most aggressive front end I've ever seen on a truck. And then you also have this hood with dual intake vents. They are functional. And then here we have the 22-inch Shelby chrome wheels with 6-piston brakes. Look at that. And then the sport tires, I do believe they're proxies. Yes, they're proxies. So you do get some good tires. You also have the fender flares painted body color. Look at that. And then you have the front lip. If you see right there. Look at that. This truck is absolutely insane. You have Super Snake badges everywhere. You got one right here. Also says supercharged right here, and then you come back here. That reminds you again that it's a Shelby. Another Shelby emblem right there. And this thing is blue, by the way. Look at that. It's a dark blue. It actually looks really good. It also has the racing stripes that go down the middle. Look at that. Satin black racing stripes. And then it says Shelby again on the front end. And just look how aggressive and mean this truck is. So now that we've covered the exterior, it's time to check out the interior. And honestly, it is not gonna disappoint. The interior is just as nice as the exterior. Alrighty, look at this. You got leather here. You got the best speakers in the game right here. You have these beautiful Shelby seats. You got the red stitching here. Look at this. This is beautiful. And then you have carbon fiber on top of carbon fiber on top of carbon fiber on top of carbon fiber. It's pretty much all loaded out with carbon fiber. And it says Super Snake right here. You have billet racing pedals. And then here's the steering wheel. You have carbon fiber everywhere. And the only thing I don't like about the steering wheel is that it doesn't have a flat bottom, but that's just me being petty. And then you have this huge screen display that comes on the new F-150s. I believe it's like a 14-inch or a 12-inch. And then you have this. I believe this goes down, you know, and then it goes up. And then this is the 123 Shelby F-150 Super Snake. They only made 300 of these, so these are very, very limited. Not everyone has them, and we have one of 300 right here. So again, more carbon fiber here. You have this leather dash, and you have white headliner. Actually looks pretty good. It's actually not white, it's actually like gray, more like off-white slash gray. I don't know, it's cool though. And then here you have the Shelby American sheet, and basically it tells you everything that it has right here. If you guys want to pause the video and look at it, you're more than welcome to. Now we should probably turn it on, and it says, you know, built for tough. I don't know if I mentioned, this thing has a 10-speed automatic, and then you have the digital display right there. Let's close the door. Remind you that you have a Ford right there. And then let's see all the modes. Okay, so you got the towing mode right here. You have your navigation. I wonder, how do I access the modes? But you also have, I think, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. So these are how you control your modes, and every time you change them, the screen changes. So I think that's for towing. Okay, let's see. Normal. You got slippery. What's that right here? A deep snow. And then you got mud. You got a lot of modes. I think it stops at mud. Yeah. So here's what I don't like. I can't find where it would go into like race mode or sport mode. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, so you got audio here. You got phone, navigation, apps. And then you got the features right here. You have the lighting, you have the towing, you have everything here. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a huge improvement over the old infotainment system that Ford has. It was a very small screen, it was all plastic. And while in the new F-150s, it looks like they put in a lot more effort into the interior. That's one thing I hated about the F-150s. Their interiors were so outdated, but with this truck, they literally went all out with the digital display over here and the big screen and the amazing speakers. And I mean, look at all this. You know, obviously, if you was to just get the regular F-150, you wouldn't get, you know, these. But yeah, look at this thing. Let's rev it up. I want to know how to put it in sport mode. We got to figure that out real quick. So I don't know why these driver modes, I said driver, it's supposed to be driver. Oh, right there. So they're all down here, and now we're in sport right there. Bam, we got sport. And let's rev it up. Let's show you guys the cluster. Ooh, you could just hear that supercharger whining. This truck is absolutely amazing. Let me know what your thoughts are of this truck so far. Talk to me in the comments below. I know that all of you guys are gonna be big fans of this truck, and that's why I really wanted to get my hands on it to review it. Also, I wanna mention one of the most important stats of this truck, and that is it does a 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Yes, this big ass truck can haul from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, which is actually super impressive. That's faster than the TRX 0 to 60 from factory. But again, this isn't a factory truck. You have to buy it, or you could just go straight to Shelby. They'll buy the regular F-150 and then make it into this. So this is not a Raptor. This is a Super Snake. It's a big difference. This is strictly a race truck. You know, wouldn't consider it being, you know, a truck. It's a racing truck, and that's why I could do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. And I also want to mention that you get a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty with the 775 horsepower truck. And what more could you want? You get a very fast truck and you get a warranty with it. So one last thing I want to show you guys is how to open your tailgate. It's quite a process. So you come over here, you open this, and then they give you these 2 keys. You take one right here, you turn it, and then you take it out, and then you twist this, and then, well, I think you could lift this now. Yep, there you go. You lift this, and then you can now open this. Bam! Look at that. And it's all covered in this carpet. So whatever you put in here will stay dry. It also reminds you that it's a Shelby right there in case you forget. You also have this. I do believe that's a generator and a plug right there. And I just love the fact that you have this. You also have this little feature. And in case you're 2 feet tall, you can get in here. But like I said, this was made for the truck that was a lot higher than this. Obviously, once they lowered this, you really don't need this. And then you have this. I'm not sure what this is. I think you pull something out or whatever. I don't know. Oh, you got this. Oh, okay. Wow. If you really need some assistance, so they thought of everything. And then you just close this, move this, put that in there. Take this out, close it. You gotta close this, and then you shut this. Okay, after that, you go grab your keys. You turn this, and you lock it, and you're done. So it's quite a process. If you wanna go out and get some groceries and bring them home, you have to go through like 10 different steps to be able to take them out. But that's okay. I mean, that's why you paid $120,000. They had to be extra somewhere in there. But here it is, 2021 F-150 Super Snake. 775 horsepower, has a Whipple, has a 10-speed automatic. It literally has it all. Could this potentially be the best truck on the market? I know the price is a lot, but if you're trying to get the best of the best, you got to spend some money, and well, here it is.